Well, hi there, everyone. This is Dave Dubeau with Canadian Profits TV. Welcome to this week's episode, and I've got a special guest with me this week, Rick Wheeler. How you doing, Rick?
Good, very well.
Excellent. So Rick is a young fellow who is really rocking and rolling as far as I'm concerned. Getting to know him better and better. He's one of my rent-to-own, cash-on-demand students, one of my rock star students, just really taking the world by storm with rent-to-own. 5 deals under your belt. Just got your 5th deal within 2 weeks?
About a week and a half ago, yeah.
A week and a half ago, so awesome. So Rick's also helping out. He's doing some speaking engagements when I'm not able to do so. So just getting to know this young guy more and more impressed with him. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to have you hear somebody else besides me talk, and also to get some really good words of advice and wisdom from Rick. So Rick's got lots of business experience, lots of real estate experience, and we're even going to tap him for a mindset minute as well. So let's clue into this week's episode of Canadian Profits TV. All right, we're back. So for this week's real estate tip, Rick, why don't you tell us a little bit about your most recent deal and how you attracted this very motivated home seller to call you?
Yeah, you bet. Well, my idea is always, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I took Dave's rent-to-own program, and one of the things that he's got in there is all the way that he markets his clients, and the way he attracts and motivated sellers. So I actually flyered an entire mobile home. In fact, I flyered 3 of them. And I ended up getting a whole bunch of calls back. And one of the things that I did different than I've done before is I was actually doing some traveling at the time for Dave. So the guy called me and he said, you know, I'm very motivated. I got a situation where I need to sell quickly. I don't have a lot of options. And I said, oh yeah, I can definitely help you. I'll take over your mortgage and your property tax insurance. But I'm busy right now. So, you know, as soon as I can get to you, I'll get to you. And what I found by doing that was, you know, he kept calling me back. When I was finally able to spend the time with him, everything went way, way faster, because he was like, okay, if I don't do something now, you know, this guy's gonna leave me. So it saved a ton of headache, because usually you're going back and forth and they're very skeptical, but just waiting a little bit made everything go way quicker.
So it's kind of like takeaway closing, takeaway selling, I should say. But all right, so tell us a little bit, just a quick little bit about the deal. This was a sandwich lease that you set up.
Sandwich lease, yep. Mobile.
So you sent flyers. You did a direct mail campaign to 3 mobile home parks, and this is in Edmonton. Is that correct?
Yeah. 2 in Edmonton, 1 outside of Edmonton.
Okay, perfect. You got quite a few calls. This is the one that really took off. Just give us an idea. What are the numbers looking like on this deal? How much did you get up front? What's your cash flow looking at? What do you think your total profit on this one little deal is going to be?
Well, the first thing I should say, it's actually a pretty nice mobile. it's
pretty, not a crappy one.
No, like it's pretty much brand new. You know, the inside of it's pretty nice, minus some decor stuff. So I actually was able to get a $12,000 option fee on this one, which for a mobile home is pretty good.
It's awesome.
Pretty darn impressed with that. I'm getting about $200 a month net cash flow on this thing. And I think when the whole thing washes out, I can't exactly remember. It's a 3-year deal. I think it's around $25,000-$30,000, somewhere in there.
Pretty sweet. So again, this is one of the sandwich deals. If you've watched any of my webinars about sandwich leases, no money down, no investors involved, low to no risk. It's a beautiful situation, and you had the motivated seller call you. So congratulations. Very, very well done. Thanks for sharing that deal with us.
Thanks.
All right, so for our business breakthrough, I wanted to tap into Rick's experience when it comes to sales, because he's got a lot of experience in that field, way, way, way more than I ever have, way more than most human beings on the planet probably ever have. So tell us a little bit about what kind of sales you were involved in, first of all.
Yeah, for 7 years I owned a direct sales company. So we were the guys, maybe some of you guys have seen us, they're not around anymore, but what we used to do is we'd buy 2 or 3 products at very, very high volume, stuff like small electronics and kids' toys and calculators, and we had a big commission sales staff that would load it up in their cars, and we would just go business to business, direct selling it, walking in, going, hey, we got a huge promotion today, and we'd sell it for as absolutely little as we possibly could. So by still making a profit. So we were the guys where you could get a knife set, one for $20, and we'd throw in 2 more for free.
So imagine this. So here's Rick and his crew, with his happy crew, pretty big crew too. You grew a big organization. How many people did you have at your peak?
We had 3 offices. Each office had anywhere from 40 to 50 people in it.
So over 120 sales reps going out office to office, cold selling, just walking in saying, we got all this stuff, dirt cheap, buy it. All right.
It's a lot of fun.
A lot of work.
A lot of work.
Managing 120 sales reps.
Yeah, that's where they had.
He had a big afro before that.
It's actually a pretty good point. I had a full head of hair when I had the direct sales business.
Exactly. So, I mean, I cannot imagine I wouldn't say a tougher sale because you're just selling an impulse thing, dirt cheap and big volume. But even so, the guts you have to walk into an office and, before you get kicked out, sell some stuff. So, everybody's got to hang up, myself included, about cold call selling or, just approaching people, breaking the ice, making that initial conversation. So what advice would you have for folks about that?
Number one, I would say don't overthink it. We had a 5-step system. The first 2 steps was a really solid introduction, which is very, very simple stuff. Good eye contact, shoulders back, good confidence, smile on your face, right? And then number 2 is just an impulsive short story. We followed the KISS principle, keep it short and simple, stupid. It's just got to be something that's very, very impulsive that grabs somebody right off the bat, because you get about 10 seconds before they're booting you, in our case, booting you out the door. So if we didn't say something that really grabbed them, they were gone.
So what would be an example of that, just to give people an idea?
We used a lot of hand motions. We'd be like, we're doing a huge promotion today. We're slashing our warehouse. We're clearing everything 80% off today. Here, check this out. And we put it right into their hands. Create that sense of ownership.
So that was for like the receptionist at the front desk, or did you just march right by her?
Yeah, you know what? A lot of the times we just, you got to go right past her because she's the gatekeeper, right?
Right.
So just, got to deliver in the back. As you can see, lots of stuff, and we just go. A lot of fun.
So how does this, so for you guys that are guys and gals involved in real estate investing, how has this translated for you with approaching potential investors? Obviously, you're not stomping in their office, but I mean, as far as approaching people.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just understand where people are coming from a little bit better, because I've sort of done both things where I'm going to the person or having the person come to me. So I sort of understand the needs and the wants of what people are looking for a little bit better. And sort of like I explained to you before with even the last deal that I did with the mobile homes and mobile parks, I'm sort of waiting more for people to start asking me the questions and letting people sell me as opposed to me trying to sell them so hard.
Makes sense. Well, it makes a lot of sense. So again, gets back to marketing. So you're hearing it from a guy who knows a ton about direct sales. It's way, way better to get people to call you versus you calling them.
It sure is.
Yeah. Sounds good. Thank you very much for the advice, buddy.
You bet.
All right, so we're going to wrap up today's episode with the Mindset Minute. So Rick is a massive action taker. So you started that business when you were like, what, 22 or something like that? 20. Yeah. That's right. You dropped out of college and started the right away. Okay, so 20 years old, jumped in, built up a huge business, huge volume business, tons of employees. That's very impressive in your 20s. You're now rocking and rolling with real estate investing. You got buy and hold, you got rent to own. You and your lovely new wife have got a great lifestyle. You're doing a lot of stuff. What is your philosophy about getting things done, taking action?
I think the first thing is and none of this is groundbreaking stuff, but it's okay to fail. Failure is actually probably the only way that you're going to be able to learn. But it's not so much, failing and going, oh, I failed. It's failing and going, okay, I failed. What went wrong and how can I fix it the next time? So you got to be able to fail. If you don't fail, you're never going to get to the next level. I'd say the second thing is jump in, even if you don't know everything. People have a tendency, you know, in my opinion, to analyze the crap out of things, and then they never take action. And one of the things that actually kind of got this from my brother, because he's a little bit entrepreneurial too. If he had a good idea, he just started doing it. You know, and he made a whole bunch of mistakes along the way, and he learned from the mistakes. But at least he was taking action. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I saw him have success with that, so I learned that from him, and it's worked out pretty well for me.
So course correction, just get going.
Take action. Do something. It's better than nothing.
Right, because it's a lot easier to shift directions while you're moving than getting going from the dead stop.
For most people, that's the hardest part, is just to start. As soon as they start, well, they start moving.
Wise words from a young guy. Appreciate it. Thanks very much for being on the show, Rick.
You bet.
All right, that's it for this week's episode of Canadian Profits TV. Hope you have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.